And let's go and see how that daily transaction affected accounting. Let's go into the View GL, where you can view any journal entry that's taking place in the system. Our system stamps every transaction with a unique transaction number. You notice here, the last transaction in the system was transaction number 7. I'm going to go ahead and search for transaction number 7. And you can research any journal entry that's taken place. You notice the employee code is also stamped. Notice here that the cash is put into cash clearing, the interest is realized. Not only that, but if you have a related finance company, your discount is being earned behind the scenes. So it's going to slowly defer that gain and put it into income. And that is the true tax advantage of having the related finance company. Let's go ahead and close this report. And again, as transactions are being processed, they are going to be included in your financials. So you will have your financials at any given time in real time. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the balance sheet. Notice the balance sheet is in good format. And now you see the cash clearing of $250. Not just that, your accounts receivable, your unearned discount, everything is updated, and you have a true set of financial statements. Now let's move on to collections. In collections, you want to build a queue of customers that you want to work. You notice here it says number of days past due, starting and ending. So you want to input a range. I'm going to go ahead and enter 1 to 10. So the system will return all customers that are between 1 to 10 days late. By clicking View and Print, you not only get a report, but the system also queues up all those accounts and places them in a special section for your collectors to work. So you notice in my example, I have the one customer that matches my criteria of 1 to 10. Now you can print this out for your records, but our system allows complete paperless collections. You notice the one customer here. And let's go ahead and close that report. Now the system actually queues them up, so we're going to go to the queue section. And you notice my one account that happened to be between 1 and 10 days late is now transferred over to my queue. So at this point you can start making your telephone calls. All the customer's information is available to you. Let's go ahead and enter our employee password. If you want to work the references, they're a click away. Our system handles up to 17 references and a landlord. And let's go ahead and close that. Also, if you want to review the insurance information or update any information, that's available to you as well. So at this point, we want to go ahead and enter our collection notes. Now it looks as though the system will cut you off, but the limit is 750 characters. It should be more than enough to enter the collection notes. And any remark in the system has to get tagged with an action code. These action codes all act differently. I'm going to go ahead for our demo purposes. I'm going to select a promise to pay. The promise to pay requires a promise amount and a promise date. And by clicking save, it updates the customer's account simultaneously. Now, if this customer does not make that promised payment amount by that promised date, it goes into what's called a broken promise stage. You can actually build a queue on broken promises and have a collector work those. But if you want to move on to the next account, simply click the arrow. It would move you to the next customer, and you can start working that account. Now, in the collections, we have special features like an auto dialer. The auto dialer, basically, you just click once, it starts calling all the accounts. If it does not get in touch with a customer, it would stamp the account accordingly and move on to the next customer, and it would actually move that customer to the end of the queue. With that feature comes mass text messaging as well. So for any queue of customers, You can build templates of text messages, and by one click, you can send that text message to the entire queue of customers. In order to repossess or charge off an account, we're going to have to pull the account up using any of the green search fields. I'm going to pull up the same account. Again, it requires an employee code because it stamps the transaction in the general ledger as well as all the reports that pertain to this account. We're going to go ahead and enter an actual cash value of the vehicle. You notice the actual cash value reduces your losses. We're going to assign a new stock number for this vehicle. And our system allows reporting to any of the three major credit bureaus. So it's going to require a desired credit code. Once we select that, we can input any other information and click Save. And let's go ahead and click Yes. And having the fully integrated accounting system means that your transactions are stamping in real time. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. In order to do so, we're going to go to the general ledger again, and we're going to go to the View GL. The last transaction in the system was transaction number 8, so we're going to search for that. And let's go ahead and click View GL to view all the journal entries that took place. You notice not only does it remove the receivable off my books, but also if you have a related finance company, it's going to offset your losses with that unearned discount portion. So that process is automated for you, as well as putting the repo unit back into your inventory. The Dealpack solution comes with a full refinance module, but we also supply the end user with a loan rescheduler. In order to do so, again, it's going to require an employee password. And let's click on the loan rescheduler button. What this does, it allows you to pull up the account by using any of the green search fields. And it will display all that loan's information as well as the payment schedule and the payment amount. You notice this customer is currently biweekly at $177.42. So at this point, you can change the payment schedule to anything you'd like. Let's go ahead and change this customer to a weekly account. You notice it automatically calculates a new payment amount and a number of payments remaining. Let's say we want a flat $88 payment amount. The system knows to recalculate the payments remaining, the odd final payment, and we're going to go ahead and click Save. You could defer the next payment date, but for our demo purposes, I'll say no. The system automatically generates an amendment to the retail installment contract that you can have the customer sign that will show you exactly what has changed on their retail installment contract. Customer went from being bi-weekly at $177.42 to being a weekly account with a flat $88 payment. So you no longer have to go through the full refinance and having the customer re-sign all the contracts that go with the account. At this point, you have an amendment. You can file that and click Close. That was a brief look at Dealpack and some of its amazing features. To experience Dealpack for yourself, visit dealpack.com and download a demo, or call our toll-free number for more information. Thank you.